Be careful of form contracts and what you can do to avoid some of the risks. There's a lot of form contracts out on the internet. One issue with the form contracts, of course, is we don't know how they were created. We don't know a lot of them. We don't know who created them. We don't know how professionally they were created. The other thing we don't know with form contracts is who they were created for. A lot of times you have multiple people involved in a transaction, a buyer and a seller, a purchaser of securities, the seller of securities, the issuer. You might have a company, you have the member. Who was the particular document drafted for? A lot of times in internet forums, we just don't know that. So we want to cover ourselves by not just blindly using internet forums. What we can do if we are in a situation where we're potentially going to use a form off the internet is look at multiple forms, see which ones are better, blend them together. A lot of business people are pretty okay drafters. Lawyers obviously have a little more experience in it, particularly if you're a contract lawyer. But what you can do is blend concepts from multiple contracts together. That's typically what I do at my office. A client comes in, they need something written. We, of course, have had a long history of working with other clients in the past. We generally have something that's in the ballpark, and then we blend it together. So you may want to do the same thing with internet forms. Blend multiple agreements together, picking the best provisions for you and your situation, and being realistic with the negotiations. What can you get? What can you not get in the negotiations? What's possible in your particular world? Blend all of that together. That will help you a lot. The other thing, of course, is to just go out of pocket and pay a lawyer or advisor to actually prepare the documents for you, right? So get a counselor, attorney, somebody who's properly licensed to draft the documents for you so that you can then not have to worry about that as much. They'll take on the lead of pulling all of that information together, either from their files or from their form bank or wherever they might get their documents from. Can be a great way to avoid that issue. But you got to be really careful about these internet forums. Again, we don't know where they're coming from. Some are really good. A lot of them, more in my experience, are really horrible. So you don't want to use that for your deal documents. Another thing you can do, obviously, is compare the internet form to your deal. If you're an experienced business person, you can read it and say, does this make sense? Is this what the commercial terms I want in my world? That can be an easy yes/no answer, and that can determine where you go from there. So be very careful with the internet forums. Hope this is helpful. If you have general comments or questions, drop them below. But remember, comments and questions are not confidential. Don't put anything there you don't want other people seeing. And it's obviously not the forum for an attorney-client communication. We can't have that attorney-client relationship over the internet. So general questions that we might address in a future video, cool. Specific issues for your company or your business, probably not the right forum for it. So reach out to an attorney of your choosing. Talk to them about that. Get that specific advice you need. Hope you subscribe to the channel. We got a whole library of past videos you can check out, and we have more videos coming up in the future. So I hope you become a subscriber, and I'll see you for another video soon.